Hello everyone, it's me, GameSlay99, aka No Brainer. Welcome to another Star Wars Destiny video, and I am playing against Jabba Vader, excuse me, against a guy named Comac who has not played the deck very much, which is good because I still haven't played this Qui-Gon deck very much, and this is an awful hand. I don't want any of this. I want just mulligan hard for some upgrades here. And I get promotion. Alright, cool, cool. So both sides have 3 dice here, let's go. I'm actually recording this early in the morning, which is weird for me. He wins. Okay. He wins the roll off. Take your pick. So I'm probably expecting to get, yep. Especially with that battlefield choice, I'm fully expecting to get milled here. Which is going to be scary. As a result, maybe I just want to, well, 8 shields will probably do me just fine for 8 health should do just fine with the Rebel Troopers. He's already got hunkered down on the Jabba, or he does not want the Jabba to die. Fair enough. Unfortunately for him, I have a patience at the very start, so that'll be fun. But for the very beginning, I will just play a promotion. Let me draw another card. Better fix my hand, and the promotion has a resource side. Although, to be fair, Force Training has 2 resource sides. If I was going purely for the resource, maybe it would have been better to play the Force Training instead. Especially since the, well, no, I think even with Force, I'd put Force Training on a Trooper instead of a Qui-Gon, so it doesn't matter that I'm rolling out the Trooper. I'd be rolling out, if I want to activate the upgrade, I'd have to roll out the Trooper, but that's okay, because even though they've got Guardian, I wouldn't be putting the Force Training on Qui-Gon anyway, necessarily here. Okay, he wants me to discard a card, fair enough. I think I probably will just end up discarding the Dug-In. I don't really necessarily need the 3 shields. Uh, and that's a double resource disrupt and a focus side. Okay, so he could potentially do 3 damage here. Alternatively, he can focus disrupt, of course. Well, he could disrupt and then use the focus for something else somewhere else. I think I'm just gonna roll out this Rebel Trooper, just out of normal. Just hope some resources here that he'll then disrupt most probably. So there's no point hoping for resources. 2 more damage. Okay, so I'm already throwing out 4 damage early on, which is actually quite good for this deck. It has a maximum of 6 after all in terms of characters, 2 and then 4 and then 6. So throwing out 4 is nice. He doesn't like you. He's getting rid of his Vader. Okay, I was gonna say he doesn't want to get rid of the Vader die there. Getting rid of that die is fine, but getting rid of the Vader die would be quite an interesting choice, if I do say so myself. I think I'll just roll out the other trooper here. It's probably very unlikely that I'm gonna, bother with commanding there getting. Let me. There's no real point to me re-rolling those 2 dice right now, and I'm not going to necessarily Guardian anything, so I might as well roll out the Rebel Trooper. Excuse me, God, this talking's hard. Alright, so what's he gonna do on the result of that? I am currently in the position to potentially even be clearing the battlefield before him, which is gonna be very surprising. I wish I hadn't thrown out the dug-in necessarily anymore. I figured I'd throw out the battlefield quite easily here, but oh, he used Hunker Down. Whoops, I didn't even notice that. Alright, I think maybe I just want to claim the 2 damage here. I don't even necessarily want to reroll anything. I'm okay with what I got here. I think just gonna resolve the 2 damage onto the Vader. I'm going for the Vader first. Okay, he's gonna claim. Alright, does not even use up the Dooku, the Java side. Alright. I lose a deflect and a flank. Okay, I'm okay with losing both of those cards. Alright, I think, why is that? Just merge. There we go. Do I discard to reroll the Rebel Trooper die, or do I just pass? I'll just pass. I want resources right now. Don't necessarily want to be discarding cards against a potential mill deck here. Because the Vader has the 1 mill permanently, and then the Java has the potential 2 discards. And then the mill, of course, from Command Center, so. Alright, he's starting once more. Alright, immediately throws out the thermal detonator. That can be quite scary in terms of cost. He's got to pay 3 for that, though. Making sure he pays the 3 for that. God. Expensive. Alright. I've got 3 resources. I think I just go ahead and throw down a Force Training on Qui-Gon here. I don't necessarily care about the Anticipate necessarily, and the flank will still be available for getting rid of that thermal detonator die if I need to. So, let's do that. Now, the little detonator die is very scary because it's 9 damage, but it's also 2 discard potentially. Okay, he's gave me to discard a card. I'll just throw away the anticipate here. It's expensive, too expensive for what it's cost right now. He gets the special side on the Sith Holocron, which is very annoying, which allows him to do some damage potentially. Because he's probably got a force power in there. I'm just gonna roll out the Qui-gon, I think. Just those 2 die, hope for some resources and stuff. Well, I got a resource and a shield off of that, potentially. Okay, he's using the Sith Holocron die, getting out a force throw. Oh, that is mean. That's what I expected. That's why I'm going for the Vader first. And he gets the force throw. Perfect for him. Well, I can flank that force throw. But I've not got much force throw. There's not much to throw with that force throw. I have 21 cards. Maybe I go for a patience, honestly. But there would be patience for 5. That's not a lot. No, never mind. Let's just roll out this trooper. I'm not going to pull the damage to me because there's no need to. I don't mind wherever he hits it. Would rather him spend the I'd rather him spend the action to resolve it manually himself. A 1 shield and a 1 focus. All right. Do I go for resources here? Do I want to potentially get this launch bay out? I could focus for a resource onto the Qui-gon, and then I could get the launch bay out in 5 on the next turn after that. You have no resources. Okay. He could always just activate Hunker Down if he has no idea what to do. Okay, he gets the special on the thermal detonator, and also 2 focuses. I could just straight up remove that thermal detonator dice. Okay, I could just straight up remove that thermal detonator dice. That is 9 damage here, potentially. I think that's what I'll do, which means that I'm maybe not going for the resource play on getting the launch bay out early, especially since the force throw can make the launch bay quite weak. So let's just flank that thermal detonator dice out of the way. Especially as he's still currently definitely got the power of the battlefield over me. Which means that his force throw is going to be rolled before the launch bay most of the time. He'll probably just end up hurting me more than anything else. Alright, so he claims I lose the other anticipate, which I'm fine with, and a defensive stance, which I'm okay with. Alright, in that case, I'm going to rather trooper. I'm surprised that he claims so early. I've got so many actions left. He could have at least focused the Jabba into a 2 discard here, or a 1 resource. So I'm really surprised that he chose that. Okay, that's 2 damage right there. Let me focus this into the... Do I do 2 shields or 2 damage? I think I go 2 melee damage with Qui-gon. I resolve a shield onto Qui-gon. Then I do this for 1 shield, 1 damage for 2 damage. On the force throw. Oh, not the force throw, the force training. I want to get rid of that force throw, then I resolve 4 damage. And then 4 damage. From here and here. There we go. Alright, Vader is half dead. Well, more than half dead, and that's my turn. I don't think he expected me to go hard aggro onto this Vader, but the dice are coming in my favor to do that. I've still got 16 cards left in my deck. I've still got plenty here. He's definitely resolving way too fast. Like, like if he had just not, if he had just focused the Jabba into a resource, claim the resource, he'd still have had the action to force throw potentially, and that would have definitely saved him a lot of hurt. A lot of hurt here. Alright, so I think I'll just play the scout. I'm not necessarily in any danger of having anything particularly force throwed at me, so... Vader's going to activate. I'm going to lose a card as a result of this. I'll just throw away the launch bay. Again, he gets the special side on the force throw, so he has a potential 2 mitigation because of the immobilize action here. Also, what's the holocron die doing there? Why is there a holocron? Also, he had the hunker down special. He had the hunker down, he had the focus into resource, and he had the Sith holocron to play. He still had 3 more potential actions. He was very worried, I think, about the command center. I don't know particularly why. Alright, so now that we've got that potential, let's throw out the Qui-gon Jinn here. Let's see what I get here. I get a resource, a 2 disrupt, and a 1 range damage. Okay, not the best choices in the world, but I'll take the resource, I guess. But at this point, I could patience for 6. Not really worth it. He's gonna force throw the 2 disrupt. Alright, I'm perfectly okay with that. Onto who? Okay, onto Qui-Gon. I'm perfectly okay with that because that means the rest of my turn can be spent doing whatever the heck I please. So I think I will just roll out the trooper here. Okay, not doing whatever the heck I please. He still has an immobilize here, but it's a lot better than it was before. Okay, so now I have 2 resources. So I'm looking towards this Black One play here. Gets the resource and the focus on this, so he could. He's probably going to re-roll the Jabba die. Yep. Okay, 2 focus. All right, so he can get another thermal detonator off here. If he goes damage, then that might be a smart choice for him. But he also has resources if he wants to just get the resources out. But there's nothing really right now. He has 2 focus, so maybe I should keep the Rebel Trooper in the back for Guardianing potentially, because he could focus for the 3 damage onto the Vader here. But then in that case, I don't really know what I want to do for this turn because rerolling isn't the best. I've got 2 damage out here. It's not a lot. I think I just roll the Trooper out here. Don't I say ignore the Guardian aspect again. Okay, 3 resources. That can get me a black 1. Okay, he's going to 2 discard. Alright. Well, I could patience for 5, but I think I just take the 3 resources and then hope he doesn't toss out the black 1. It's a very low chance that I don't get rid of the black 1 here. No, I lost the black 1 and I lost the patience. Okay, so I lost the 2 better cards. Oh well. I can resolve the 2 range damage into Vader. Alright, Vader's got 3 health left at this point. He claims once more, again, he has potential stuff here. He can go for 2 shields or immobilize for 3 shields in total. But instead, no, he's just gonna claim. Alright, well, I lose the top 2 cards of my deck once more, but he's really overvaluing this claim, and then I'm just gonna pass. So much stuff he could be doing that he's just not doing, letting me just get stronger here. And again, like, no hunker down use. Well, okay, so it's a new turn, new game. Survival gear, blaster pistol. Here comes some of my damage here. I've got some riposte. I've definitely got quite a bit of damage that could potentially come out here if he doesn't just discard all the cards in my deck or the dice or whatever. Still hasn't played that Sith Holocron out of his deck either. I think he's going way too fast. But we'll see. I don't have that many cards left in my deck. I'm down to 10. He's got a 1 disrupt there, but I've got plenty of resources at this point. And then he's got 3 damage in total, which I would laugh at. Let's throw out the survival gear, I think, onto Qui-Gon. Just threaten more shields, and resources and stuff. You thinking of rolling out the Jabba? Oh, it's holocroning for the Jabba. Okay. Alright, alright. So he potentially has another force power that he wants to be using for this. Alright. I think I'm just gonna roll out the Qui-Gon here. He doesn't have the force throw as a special, so I have a window here where I have nothing where I can get stuff that's not negatable. And of course I draw 2 blanks resource, but also a scout die. Scout die can definitely hit the datapad at least, because I know he has a datapad because he just played it earlier this game. I don't necessarily want to hit the datapad. Okay, he gets the 2 discard right there, and the focus on the Sith Holocron die, so he can potentially start throwing out some serious damage or focusing for a force throw or something. So, Because yeah, that's one of the big strengths about this about Java with any character is the amount of focus. But if you're not willing to spend the actions to use the focus, well then, I'm just gonna throw out I think the blaster pistol here. Just get some more damage on the board. I can kill Vader this turn. I can do that. I know I can do that, especially if I keep Riposte in my hand. Because he only needs 3. I only need 3 shields to kill him. Because I am running low on cards at this point. Like, I'm running very low on cards at this point. The other Patience isn't in that deck, though. So, I can still Patience him potentially off. Why are you showing me your hand? Okay, well, I know what he got without having to resolve Scout. Okay, cool. Well then. Well then, thanks for that. I'm gonna have my Rebel Trooper take the 1 range damage on the that die so that he can't focus it to a special, so he can't throw things at me. Damage, yeah, damage, 4 damage. That's a Vader kills with the damage right there. He can immobilize, of course, the 2 range damage of the Rebel Trooper, but instead he just does this, which is fine for me, not fine for him. Because if he doesn't since he didn't immobilize, I kill Vader. If he immobilized, he would have been fine, and I'd have had to spend a discarding card to reroll at some point. So, yeah. All right. I think he's way too worried on speed. I think at this point. What's he doing? Focusing it to a discard again? Yeah, alright. Well, do I just go pure damage here on Jabba and just accept that I'm going to get milled out very, very quickly? I think I do. I'm discarding Field Medic, I'm rerolling my 4 dice. Then he can still focus it to something else if he wants. Got the 2 shield there, I got the 2 disrupt, which is nice considering his, okay. I lost my other riposte, that's more damage, and the blast pistol, that's a lot more damage, okay. Resolve that for the remove his 2 resources. Roll out this Rebel Trooper. 1 melee, 1 shield. Okay, I claim the shield this way. Then I claim 1 shield and 1 damage from Qui-Gon's ability. Yep, there you go, he clicked it. Gonna do the 1 range damage. And then the 2 melee. Right. Just need 9 more damage on this Jabba, which I can potentially do here. Don't I have another launch bay in this somewhere? Yeah, I'll probably the very last card in my deck though. And launch bay is not that great when you're having all your cards discarded. Yep, he's realized he needs to get a proper hand going. Another survival gear, a deflect, which isn't great because he has no, things for me to deflect. But a promotion of survival gear and a force training I will take. Don't quite have the resources for it all though. Alright, well he got a pretty unlucky roll there. He got the 1 focus, which allows him to get a 2 discard in total. Which I'm perfectly okay with. When he claims the battlefield, there'll be one card left in my deck. Maybe I want to keep it that way. So maybe I don't want to let him... Maybe I don't want to spend cards from my hand unless he goes for the discard. Unless he actually does focus the discard. So let's roll out the Qui-gon here. Let's aim for some more damage. I've got the one shield, that's 1 damage. I got the focus, which can put me to something, I guess. He can focus the Rebel Trooper die, I guess, into 2 damage. Oh, ooh, he has something for the Sith Holocron? He has a Force Throw. Okay, that's scary. This could save his roll here, because that was a really bad roll, but this going into a focus here could save him. Oh, we got a 2 Disrupt instead. Well then. Maybe I want to play this Force Training quite quickly, so I will. Don't want to lose out on potential for a Force Training here. Is he going to focus it into the special here so that he keeps alive, so it helps him keep alive? Problem with that, of course, is then he's not discarding from my hand this turn. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna roll out this Rebel Trooper. As it were, just nice and normally. The focus again, 1 melee, 1 range damage. Alright. Well, okay, the 2 discard. Dug in and the survival gear was lost. Okay. In that case, I will play the promotion. Let me draw a card. It drew the other patience. Great, great. I could patience him for like 10, but that's the point. 3, 6. Yeah, I could put patience him for 10, but what would be the point in that? He's just not playing cards anymore, so no point. These are the last 2 cards in my hand in total. If you want to start discarding from his hand in order to try and get the 2 discard, which would force me to grab the command center, that is a possibility. He's going electroshock. Okay, electroshocking what? The focus. Or the Qui-gon die, since Qui-gon die represents 2 damage potentially. Alright. Electroshock's focus. Rolling the last trooper. Yeah, if he gets the 2 discard, then I have to claim the battlefield in order not to lose both cards in my deck and stuff. Alright, I don't have the resource for that, but I do in the survival gear. But that's why he's got the 2 disrupt. But I have 2 damage here. And I can focus this to a melt. Well, no. How do I do this? Okay, so he just claims. Defensive stance and launch bay. The last 2 cards I lose. All right, let's try and do this as best I can. So I have a reroll, which I can potentially use, but I can also if I focus to a 2 melee, I do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. 8 for the shield. I do 8 damage, which I think is basically enough because then I have to not roll damage ever on the next turn. So I think that's what I do. Again, because he's claimed, I'm able to get the resource, which I then resolve along with the 4 range damage. Which is 2, 4. There we go. Then I focus to 2 melee to resolve the 3 melee. And then shield focus for 1 more point plink of damage on the shield. It was a shield. There we go. Yeah. All right. So now he has 1 HP, and that's the end of my turn. And he's just discarding everything to try and get something that'll keep him alive this turn. I've got a pretty good chance of winning this here. Very unlikely I don't roll 1 point of damage here. Just gonna roll everything at once. Needed the force throw, did not get the force throw. But he could have easily deflected a good like 7 or 8 damage if he just kept not resolving earlier. Not claiming the battlefield earlier, right? So he's got 2 focuses, which is nice, but if I just roll damage right here, I instantly win. So I think I think I'm most likely to roll damage if I roll. Well, the trooper's got 3 damage dice in total. With fuck it, I don't want to math it out. Qui-Gon, you've got 4 damage sides. Surely it's the best bet to roll you out as damage, even though Scout doesn't have any built-in damage in it. And I've got some damage on the survival gear. Unless he deals with the survival gear, I win. Because this is the power of Qui-Gon. So I can. Okay, he gets rid of the. Okay, he. Okay. If you do that, I just resolve 2 shields to win. Okay. He couldn't have stopped the focus for the melee damage anyway, I suspect. Yeah, quite a bit. You went really fast for the battlefields. A lot of the time just not using force throw as a result. Sure. Alright, well, fun game. I actually did learn quite a bit of my Qui-Gon deck. You can actually go really hard onto damage sometimes when the dice show your way. And that's the thing, right? I was like, you know, Qui-Gon Double Trooper can probably go damage if the Qui-Gon doesn't get interrupted by hitting his shields off, right? Because as long as he has shields, each shield dice is 1 damage. So, all right, it's been me against 99 AK No Brainer. Thank you for watching a very fast day, very fast game between 2 really slow decks potentially. Signing off.